Hi guys. So honestly, this video is gonna be kind of hard to make. My days have been filled with a lot of crying and anxiety attacks, but we need to let you guys know. So I guess let's start from the beginning. If you've been following us for a while, you already know the story of how we came to live in this house. This house was John's great uncle's house, Uncle Roger. He was in a lot of our older vlogs. We were very, very close to him, and sadly, he found out he had cancer and passed away shortly before Iris was born. And we were looking for a place to live at the time, and Roger's son ended up offering us the house to rent. He asked if we wanted to rent the house. And he was giving us a good deal on rent, which we're very, very grateful for. And the other day, we got an email from him that basically said, "I want to thank you guys for taking care of the house for me while I was figuring out what I wanted to do. But I had a realtor appraise the house, and I've decided that I'm going to raise the rent 3 times what we had been paying and no longer allow animals in the house." He said that he's sorry and he doesn't want there to be any hard feelings, and he wants to give us up to 90 days to move out. And yeah, so I mean, like, even if we wanted to pay the extra rent, we have to move, which, I mean, that would have been hard for us anyway, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's not that, like, we couldn't afford, but it's, like, to live here, but it would just... when you start to pay, like, that much money towards rent, and you're talking, you know, like, about, like, an average person's work salary going to somebody else, and... it's just, I don't know, we don't want to invest all our money into somebody else for, you know, the next 10 years, and we're really kind of thinking about moving, and where we're going to move, and how we're going to move, and when we're going to move, and just kind of where we're going to, and how we're going to decide, like, where we go next. So it's a bummer. We love this house.
And that's what's so hard, because we love this house so much.
Well, and we loved Roger a lot.
I think that was a big part of it. Like, living here, we still felt close to him. Sorry, guys. I thought that I could hold it together for this video, because I thought I kind of went numb to it. But I've, like, never been more attached to a house than this house. Like, I've been attached to people that I've lived by, but never the house. I think because we loved Roger so much, we felt really close to him here.
Yeah, and Roger, you know, and he lived in this house for 50 plus years. He raised his family here, and it's just kind of like, it's sad to think that, you know, it's kind of like the last chapter of that, you know. It's just someone else is going to be living here, and we are going to move on. I don't know, like, it hit me when I was talking to Iris, you know. She's little. I'm hoping that she remembers this house and living here for a little bit anyways, but I told her, you know, like, we're gonna pack up all our stuff and we're gonna leave and we're not gonna come back. And that was, to me, I was like, well, that's a pretty deep statement, you know. I didn't really understand the gravity of it until I said it out loud. But yeah, we are moving out of this house in June, so
yeah, and, like, I guess for me, what also makes me so sad about it is, like, you know, Iris is our baby, and we raised her here the first couple years of her life, and it's gonna be so weird not having this as her home anymore. Like, I look at her gold bedroom, and I look at the purple walls, and I think, like, that's my baby's room. You know, I nursed her in that rocking chair, and she loved to run around that backyard, and, like, this was our first home together as a family. But it's not our house, you know, like, we understand that, and it sucks, but we're gonna be okay, and we're gonna make a home.
Yeah, I mean, we'll always have, our
each other.
family, so that's the most important thing. But yeah, I don't know,
This is just what we've been dealing with
yeah, it's
lately.
been dragging on us for a few days. We haven't really talked about it, but we've kind of, we've been thinking about whether we'll relocate locally, or we'll move somewhere else, or just how we're gonna do it and what we're gonna do. And it's been stressful on both of us. We've been,
because it's a short notice and it was
Yeah.
unexpected. We did think that we'd be living here longer.
yeah. I mean,
But-
as of January, we thought we were committed to another year here for sure. But yeah, that changed. And I mean, this all happened. We knew it was gonna happen.
Someday.
We knew something was gonna happen for the last month and a half, and then
We didn't know
last
what
week,
exactly. It seemed
we
like
got-
they were leaning towards something.
Yeah, we got the email that everything was gonna change, and I don't know, a big thing in my life that I know that there's a quote like the only thing that is constant in life is change. Everything is always changing. So this is just one of those big life changes that we're gonna deal with, and we'll get through it, and we'll be happy.
We'll be
together.
okay.
We'll make a decision together on where we want to live.
Yeah, it just, this
Yeah,
place
it's been
really
hard.
felt like home to us.
Yeah.
It was practically perfect. Great location, great amount of space, and, again, still feeling close to Roger. And so I guess what I also wanted to talk to you guys about is we're thinking about moving back to Minnesota. We're weighing our options. We're looking at other places in California, but we need a lot of space, and if we lived somewhere closer to the city, we probably wouldn't get the same amount of space that we had here. We could possibly move to Santa Clarita. There's a lot of space there, but
I mean, we haven't made up our minds yet.
no, we haven't made up our minds.
We're just kind of assessing all of our options and our plans and our future, and we always have talked about moving back to Minnesota to raise Iris, and
We'd be closer to family.
yeah,
and
but we're not quite sure what we're gonna do yet. Like I said, this is all
Very
happened
fresh.
to us really fast.
Oh.
It's just had a significant impact on our daily lives, and it's been pretty hard for us just to operate the last few days. But I'm
It's like Santa Clarita.
Yeah.
We'd have to worry about Drew Barrymore zombies.
yeah. We lived in Corona. Do we want to live in San Diego? Do we want to move to somewhere else in California? Somewhere else in the country, Minnesota? I don't know. There's a lot of uncertainty for us until we decide on what we're gonna do and how and when we get there.
And we've been thinking about how sad Iris was when Oma and Andre left. Maybe it would be really great to move back and be closer to family. We've always kind of thought about that. We were never sure that we would stay in California.
And when it comes to being together and as a family, I don't want to constantly be moving Iris around growing up. I don't want to constantly be moving around. I'm sure Nikki doesn't.
Yeah.
So that's, we just got to figure out
What's
next
gonna
for
do.
us. And it's, I don't know, it's daunting, but
If we moved to Minnesota, we'd probably be settled. We'd probably move to a home that we're gonna be at for a really, really long time. So obviously it would be really hard to move across the country at very short notice. But we could do it, or do we feel like we should stay in California for a little longer? It's, the questions that we're going through, right now.
yeah.
We don't know if we want to be too far from LA. We don't know if there's much of a point to that. Maybe it is time to move back to Minnesota. We love our family so much. My dad's getting older, and no matter where we are, our career isn't going to change. We could do YouTube anywhere. But
Yeah.
we love both places. We have a lot of love for Minnesota, and we have, there's a lot of things we like about California too. it's a really, really hard decision, as I'm sure you guys can imagine.
Yeah, and it's got to be made. You know, we got to figure things out, and I don't know. This is just all part of life. So, well, we just wanted to fill you guys in and let you guys know. Just, I don't know. We don't want to just like up and leave and move without, you know, you guys kind of knowing what's going on.
Yeah,
but
we'd be like,
at the same time, we're just so unsure that, I don't know, we just want to get some of this out there to help us
and
make up our mind and decide and just, you know, talk about it.
And honestly, like, it's helping me talk to you guys right now, because it's like, I feel like I need to talk about it, you know, it's...
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's hard when, like, your life, you know, is up in the air. It's hard, you know, you feel like a little bit out of control, and...
Yeah.
And
I don't know, we're really happy, like our lives are really happy, you know, there's nothing going on with us that's terrible. We know we have great jobs, we have our YouTube channels, we have a beautiful family, wonderful pets, so
we have so
we'll
much.
always have that, and we're happy here, but we'll be happy wherever we go.
John, you're my rock.
I've known about this a little bit longer than Nikki had. I found out actually the day her family was leaving, and I decided to wait and to tell her until the end of the day after they were gone, because I don't want that to affect the visit. So it's like newer to Nikki than it is to me, and you know, it was really difficult. That was a hard day for me, just knowing that. But we've been talking to our friends and our family and people that we care about us, and they've kind of all given us their advice of what we should do, and they of course will support us in everything that we do, including this. But
yeah, I don't know.
It's
we love a lot of things out here, but maybe it is time to move to Minnesota. You know, we've kind of always thought about doing that,
or maybe we just stay in California. We have a lot to think about the next few days, and the thing about moving to Minnesota is it's such a large decision to take all of your stuff, pick up, and move across the country with all the pets and everything like that, versus relocating locally. 60 miles is a big difference. You know, you can move in a week or two, so we have a very short period of time to figure out what we want to do.
I think we're gonna stop this here and keep you guys updated as things progress, as
we'll
we
probably
figure
know
things out.
within a week or so,
but
whenever this video is posted, on like what we're gonna do and where we're gonna go. So we're gonna be thinking about that constantly for the next few days, weighing our options. We've been making like lists of pros and cons, things like that, what to do.
It's gonna be, you know, it might be like a little bit of a rocky ride, you know, for us in the next couple months, but, you know, we'll still be here, we'll still be posting, and we're just gotta figure things out. So, thank you guys so much for listening.
Here comes the boogers. Sounds like, oh, you need me to cheer you up at the end of this video? Yeah, thanks for watching. Comment below. As always, we really appreciate you guys just watching our vlogs, and yeah, we'll just keep you posted.
Well, what do you guys think? Do you think that we should stay in California, or do you think we should move to Minnesota?